Specifying architectural wall properties. Once we pick the wall, the architectural wall, we have two main sets of properties, the type and the instance. This up here, this big down arrow, this is the type. So I pick exterior brick on CMU. This is the type of wall it is. Down below we have the instance. This is all the properties of this particular wall in the building. This instance, there's a scroll bar here, and it's under different categories. One is called constraints. Next one is structural. Next one's dimensions. Next one's identity. And we'll also end up with a phasing at times. Okay. Now, let's take a look at some of the properties. The first property we want to take a look at is in the constraints. And let's take a look at this location line of the wall. When we draw a wall, we want to determine where are we measuring the wall from. And right now the wall's center line is the center line of the entire composite of the wall. So it's equally on one side of the line as is on the other. So I'll draw a wall here, and we get a dashed line, and I'll zoom in a little more here. We have a dashed line right down the middle of the wall when it's the wall's center line. So if we make changes, everything, the wall will be changed. If we change the type of wall, it'll be changed based on that center line. Will stay still. Think of it as a plane through the wall that will never move. And then if we change properties, a thinner or thicker wall, it'll adjust, but that center line will stay in place. We can also go to a core center line. So if we come back over here, I'm going to hit escape here, and I'm going to come back here and click on the down arrow. We can have the core center line, and the core is for the structural core of the wall. So if it's not structural, it'll measure right where the structural core is. We could also go on the finished face of the exterior. And so, in other words, holding the finished face. So if we make any changes, that won't move. The outside exterior won't move. Towards the inside of the building will adjust. We could also have the finished face of the interior. So that will hold the interior size. If we make any changes to the wall type, the outside will adjust. Also, we have core face. We have the exterior of the core face. It will be held in place, or we have the interior of the core face. So let's say if I change it to the finished line of the finished face to the exterior, now you'll notice that that dotted line, that location line, is held on the exterior of the wall. So now any changes made, that exterior wall won't move. All the thickness of the wall towards the inside will adapt. Also, if we look up above, we need to take a look at the height of the wall. Right now we're set as an unconnected wall. This wall it's not connected to any other wall. And the default value for unconnected wall is 20 feet. So I'm going to hit escape. And so when I go to create a wall up here, I can say it's unconnected, and I can set it anywhere. Like I want an 8-foot wall or a 10-foot wall, for example. I can also place the wall on a certain level. It can be on level 1. So that way it is connected. It's connected to the bottom of level 1. Alright. So we need to consider the height of the wall segments here and the location line of these. Also, we have a variety of instant parameters down here that we need to take a look at. And if we go into help, and I went in the help already, and I typed in wall instant parameter, I have all listing of all the different parameters we can. So if we look at base constraint, the base of the wall, the bottom of the wall, is, for example, on level 1. And we also have a base offset. So this is where the wall's height is from the base, and this is when we constrain it to a particular level, so we can offset that wall there. Whether or not the base is attached, so this means the base of the wall is attached to another component, such as a floor. So they're attached. We're not going to pull them apart. And we have all kinds of these that we go down the line, and these are all our actual constraints in here. So then we deal with the top, whether the top is attached, say, to the roof or to a ceiling. How far of a top extension distance do we have? So if we extend the wall past a certain top, is our room boundary tied to this wall, etc. If we go down into the structural component, we tell the structural usage of the wall. So we have the dimensions of the wall with the length, area, and volume. We have identity data. We can put comments about the wall. We can put a mark on the wall so it has a numeric value so we can identify them. We have phasing, like the wall is being created or if it's being demolition type of a wall. So we have a variety of things that we can track, and remember, all that's located in this area here. So we can track all this stuff. So if I change this height, say to 10 feet, you'll see that it's changed right here, and it's unconnected. I can connect to the level 1, and same as coming up here and pressing this. So we're going to change all these things occasionally as we go along building walls. And remember, this is for an instant, for a one time, and every exterior brick wall could have different heights or different offsets, etc. So we are controlling the instance of a particular wall.